It was just another cold afternoon when Marcus Reed, a weary black single father, pushed open the glass doors of a high-end luxury store with his little girl's hand in his. His jacket was torn, his shoes were tired, but his pride still standing tall. "Let's just look for something small," he whispered to Alana, flashing that hopeful smile only fathers like him can master. "It's your birthday, after all." The store gleamed, chandeliers sparkling above polished marble floors, the air heavy with perfume that screamed money. Customers floated around like royalty, coats worth more than Marcus's monthly rent. And the second he stepped inside, the whole room shifted. Eyes rolled, whispers hissed. Two saleswomen exchanged smirks, one whispering, "Maybe he's lost," loud enough for everyone to hear. The laughter that followed, cold, cruel, the kind that makes your stomach turn. Marcus's chest tightened, but he said nothing. He just held Alana's hand tighter. She looked up, confused, her small voice trembling. "Daddy, why are they laughing at us?" He knelt down, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "Don't worry, sweetheart. Sometimes people don't understand us, but that doesn't mean we don't belong." And just like that, the room proved him right. A saleswoman snapped, "If you can't afford to shop here, sir, please leave. You're making our customers uncomfortable." Her tone carried that sugar-coated venom people use when they want to sound polite but mean "get out." Marcus swallowed hard. "We'll just be quick," he said quietly. But Alana tugged his sleeve. "It's okay, Daddy. I don't want them to be mad at you." That whisper, that tiny voice, cut deeper than any insult. But he refused to leave, because this was her birthday, and she deserved to dream. What they didn't know was that this so-called poor black man was about to hand them a lesson straight from karma's playbook, because when life flips the script, the loudest mouths are usually the first to choke on their pride. Before we go any further, welcome to Voices Unchained. Comment where in the world you're watching from, and make sure to subscribe, because tomorrow's story is one you definitely don't want to miss. The whispers didn't stop. If anything, they got meaner. One clerk leaned toward another and muttered, "Should we call security before this gets embarrassing?" Her words sliced through the air like a blade, and Marcus heard every syllable. He didn't flinch, but Alana did. She hid behind his coat, clutching his sleeve. Every step they took made the air heavier. A man near the jewelry case snorted, "Must have taken a wrong turn from the thrift store." A few laughs followed, small but sharp enough to cut. Marcus kept his head high, not because he didn't feel the sting, because he refused to let them win. He bent down and whispered, "It's okay, baby. We'll just find something small, then we'll go." But Alana shook her head. "I don't want anything, Daddy. I just want you to be happy." That line broke him. He smiled anyway. "You make me happy, sweetheart. Always." Before he could stand, another voice struck, this one colder than the marble floor. "Excuse me, sir," the saleswoman snapped. "You're making people uncomfortable." The word "sir" sounded like an insult, and that's when it happened. A voice boomed from the back of the store. "What's going on here?" Instant silence. The chatter died. The employees froze. A tall man in an immaculate suit stepped forward, the store owner himself. One of the women rushed over, pointing toward Marcus. "Sir, this man doesn't belong here. He's disturbing our customers." The owner didn't answer. He just looked at Marcus. And suddenly, something shifted in his face. Confusion, recognition, disbelief. He whispered, "It can't be him." He stepped closer. The tension in the room was so thick, even the chandeliers seemed to stop shining. Then, softly, he said, You helped me." The room went dead still. "Years ago," the owner continued, his voice trembling, "I was broke, stranded, and hungry. Nobody stopped to help me. Nobody except you." Marcus blinked, stunned. "You remember that?" "How could I forget?" the man replied. "You gave me food when I had nothing. You didn't even know my name. You just helped." Gasps rippled through the store. The same people who'd mocked Marcus now looked like they'd swallowed glass. The saleswomen turned pale, and little Alana peeked out, whispering, "Daddy, you helped him?" Marcus smiled faintly. "Guess so, baby. Didn't think it'd come back like this." The owner's voice rose, sharp and furious. "Do you know who this man is?" he thundered. "He's worth more than every diamond in this place combined, and you dared to treat him like trash." You could have heard a pin drop. Even the air seemed to apologize. Then, turning to Alana, the owner's tone softened. "Sweetheart, today is your day. You can pick anything you want in this store. No charge." Gasps again. One employee nearly dropped her tablet. Marcus froze, eyes glistening. Anything, Alana whispered. The owner smiled. Anything. She didn't run to the diamonds. She didn't reach for gold. She walked past the glitter and glamour straight to a small glass case tucked in the corner. Inside sat a simple silver locket, delicate, unassuming, and beautiful in its simplicity. She picked it up carefully, clutching it to her chest. "This is enough," she said, and that one sentence broke every heart in that room. Because it wasn't about money, it wasn't about status, it was about being seen. Marcus's voice cracked as he turned to the owner. "Thank you for remembering me, for seeing us." The owner rested a firm hand on his shoulder. "You saved me when I had nothing," he said. "Today was just my chance to return the favor." He reached into his jacket and pulled out a small envelope. "And this," he added, pressing it into Marcus's hand, "isn't charity. It's an investment. I want you to start that business you once told me about, the one you couldn't afford to begin." Marcus froze, speechless. He opened the envelope, and inside was a cashier's check, more money than he'd ever held in his life. His lips trembled. "Sir, I can't take this." But the owner smiled. "You can, and you will, because good men like you deserve more than survival. You deserve a chance to build something." Tears filled Marcus's eyes as he whispered, "Thank you." The store was silent, not a whisper, not a laugh, just quiet respect. Marcus and Alana walked out of that luxury store not in shame, but in dignity. Heads turned, but this time with awe, and the silver locket on Alana's neck gleamed in the light, a small symbol of kindness that came full circle. Outside, Alana slipped her little hand into her father's and smiled. "Daddy, we didn't need anything fancy. We already have everything we need." Marcus smiled through tears. "Yeah, baby, we do. But now, maybe, we can finally build something of our own." And as they disappeared into the busy street, one truth lingered. Never underestimate the man you look down on, because tomorrow he might just be the reason you stand tall. If this story touched your heart, subscribe, like, and take a moment to reflect. Have you ever judged someone too quickly? Or shown kindness when no one else would? Drop your story in the comments, and remember, compassion costs nothing, but it changes everything.